I wonder when you're listening to this, what the images are that are entering your mind. Are they of a beautiful dog? Because that's exactly what we see right now. And you're listening to The Gauntlet. Welcome, everybody. Today is August 29th. It is a Wednesday. Hopefully it is a beautiful day wherever you're at. For us, it's been really hot. Whether you're in Bangladesh or wherever the hell you are, thank you for listening.
Bangladesh, Bangkok.
Bangkok,
we get some
Bangladesh.
out there listeners for sure.
We do. We appreciate all of the listeners that listen to The Gauntlet. See, you know what I'm actually curious about?
Of all species, too, not just humans.
All species. I mean, we had a couple of hogs. Well,
yeah, canines.
Canine.
Very canine friendly.
Speaking of listeners, shout outs to Pocky John for sponsoring tonight's Starbucks.
oh, word.
For Elvis and myself.
But wait, I'm curious about something.
Yeah.
The people that...
Shout outs to Milo for being such a good dude on the intro.
Yeah.
This dog does not behave like that. I just want to throw that out there.
The people that live in these very far off countries.
Yeah.
Do they even understand what they're listening to? I mean, there has to be some listeners that don't even understand English.
People for sure. I mean, they wouldn't listen to something they didn't speak English.
I mean, what if they're just that?
You think that
They just love us that
you
much.
think that there's like some guys out there like, yo, you gotta listen to this shit. What are they saying?
Fuck.
I don't know.
I don't know about that one, bro. Yeah.
It was a wild thought, you know?
You think someone just likes the sound of your voice that much?
That was pretty crazy.
That's pretty much what he's getting at.
I mean, the visuals had Milo on it.
Yeah, no, they know.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe
that's a recent.
They heard him through the thing. Yeah, we got Dominican Republic. It just reset too. Uruguay, Algeria, Australia, Canada, Japan, France, the Russian Federation.
France? We got people in the Russian Federation.
Brazil always showing up.
Russia's
The
for
United-
sure listening.
The United Kingdom.
Borislav, keep.
Dude, you know
Today.
we got a lot of
Borislav,
listeners this
keep.
past week from
Listen,
the Netherlands.
we gotta give a shout out to the
Netherlands.
Russians. Hold on, the Russians, bro.
And the Philippines is number 3. Shout outs to Cautious K and Midnight Run.
Oh, they're from the Philippines?
The Philippines, mahal kita.
Mahal kita.
Mahal kita. But to the Russians.
To the Russians.
Today, my comrades, we shall be drinking good vodka, and we will become warm.
It's always the vodka.
Yeah, dude. I wanted him to say borsch.
Vodka. It's the first thing.
It is the Stolichnaya. Stolichnaya. It is a good drink. We drink out there. It gives us more hair.
I bet you Russian people like tequila too, man.
Do you want a piece of tequila?
A piece.
It is
Good.
cut up in many slices. I don't know. I want to sound Russian today.
But wait, why are we shouting out the Russians? What happened?
Because Russians are fucking sick, man.
That was just part of the
Russians are dope.
Yeah.
fucking lineup.
They held the World Cup. That was very hospitable of them.
Yes, very,
That was very
very
nice of them.
hospitable.
They also picked our president for us. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Hey.
No,
Just
hey,
kidding.
look.
Just kidding. That was a little too.
Every
No
Russian,
references.
yeah,
no
every
references.
Russian that I've met has been cool.
Yeah, me too.
We've played on a lot of Russian maps in
We used
Battlefield.
to know a little Russian motherfucker.
Yeah, Brandon and I were friends with the Russian kid in
Yeah,
high
he was a
school.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
So was the other guy. Remember,
Brent,
what was
what's
his
your
name?
Philip.
No, there was another one.
Bruzilov?
Oh, Paolo.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's actually a big Russian community here locally. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
There's a church.
Mm.
It's pretty interesting.
that's cool.
They're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
I
them.
want to
surviving
speak.
out there in the winters.
I hope they fucking hate you right now for this.
Nah, come on. They can't hate me for this.
You get hated for a lot less, bro.
That's true.
They did pretty okay in the World Cup. So,
Dude, they did.
They did amazing.
They did really good.
but
Yeah, shout
they're
out to Russia.
What are you gonna say?
their country that split off handled business more.
One
Ooh.
of the
Croatia.
Soviets. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You
Croatia.
Croatia.
What's another Russian map on Battlefield, Baron? There's Brusilovki.
There's Saritsyn. Saritsyn.
Saritsyn.
Yeah, Saritsyn.
What does Saritsyn mean?
There's
You don't know?
Volga River.
Volga. Volga.
Volga River.
To all the Russians out there, what does Volga mean?
Lupkau Pass.
If that was
What?
Spanish,
Lupkau.
if that was
I
Spanish,
thought it was Stupka.
Lupkau. Lupkow.
That sounds like a food.
Lupka Pass.
Lupkau Pass.
What did you say the river
This
one
is
was
the
called?
harsh.
Was
Volga. Volga
Volga?
River.
That was Spanish. That would be called Verga River.
Verga.
Para la verga, güey, es mío. Nosotros,
I'm
amigos.
gonna tell you guys what that means.
It's not Dick River, man.
Dick River.
It's not what it's called.
Hey.
It's a real map. It's a real
Give
serious
me
map.
a
There's war
salesman.
happening there, so
Is
let's
there
not
like-
make fun of it.
Is the river shaped straight? Maybe like there's the head of it.
It's not Volga River.
Give me a Mexican salesman, car salesman right now. Go. You're on an advertisement. It looks like a '90s commercial.
He's got a brown suit on.
You got a brown suit on.
Let me get into character. Keep
I'm gonna
going.
give you 5 seconds.
Please, no. Give me more of a background.
Okay, you have a belly. You have a belly. You have a button up. You have a big belly. You have a comb over hair.
a pink ring. A pinky ring.
Sorry.
Pinky ring for sure.
Am I gonna speak Spanish?
Pink.
And a mustache.
Half English, half Spanish. But I need full on. You are persuading these average homeowners to buy this
Am I a car salesman?
You're a car salesman,
Convincing homeowners.
and the commercial just got on, and in 5,
wait.
4,
Can I speak Spanish?
half and half, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hola, bienvenidos a Carros Mojave, donde we sell you the best cars in the whole high desert. Come and check out our Toyota Corollas. And todas las selecciones posible.
Mi amigos, es
We will sell you any car.
van a la verga.
No credit needed.
No
No
credit.
credit check. Everybody approved.
Fabi, no credit.
Come on in and get a new car ahorita mismo
Hey.
at Medina Auto Sales.
Hablamos español.
Fuck, dude.
Dude,
You know what really got
stellar
me?
performance,
When
my
you said
friend.
when you said the tan suit, that one was like, all right, I know who I am.
Yeah.
I knew who I was.
And me.
Hablamos español.
Fuck. See, I knew.
You have to tag that on the end.
It was
of
missing that
every
little
fucking-
that
I
little
was gonna
spice.
tag- I was gonna throw
Yeah.
this in the background too, like while you did it, but you came up.
Was it? Oh, please tell me it's. Dun, 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 dun.
The low.
You could.
All my. What's the lyrics? All my friends have a low rider.
I could just see you could
Wait.
pitch a motorcycle to
Have a
this.
low
Tell me
rider.
this. How did by when you found that song? Did you type in Lowrider or George Lopez theme song?
George Lopez.
Guy, you fucking piece of shit. I knew it.
Yeah. Well, I wanted the short and sweet version.
All right.
We have to. I have to time these better because the fucking YouTube ads be botting me. Like when I want to play it behind your voice.
I mean, if you were a real soundboard person, you would have got YouTube Red.
Fuck YouTube Red.
Do you want to try it for free?
I don't like the idea of them charging me to close my phone or like sleep it
Yeah.
and play the audio still. Fuck them.
Fuck.
Fucking YouTube.
YouTube, if you're listening.
And they
to
banned
this.
Alex Jones, so fuck them too.
Why? Oh, you don't like that?
No, I don't like banning anybody.
Speaking
Oh, yeah,
of
that's
speaking
true.
of
That dude
YouTube.
was a fucking idiot. Though.
Speaking of
Yeah, he's
YouTube.
an idiot, but
He should be allowed to be one. Yeah, that's true.
KSI versus Logan Paul.
it's a private company.
Do that again.
We'll get
And
to that.
Look into the screen and do like a hand thing, and then we'll make that the thumbnail and just clip that part.
A hand thing.
Like, just do this. Like, wait, I'm doing it right now. Like, oh, the gauntlet discusses Logan Paul versus KSI. We're not gonna.
No, I'm not gonna go with this. That's a
Oh,
little
we're doing a
weird.
fucking screenshot.
Weird.
No, clickbait. Clickbait. That was the word.
Or it should be like.
Oh yeah, no. Square up with each other.
Clickbait. Yeah. Clickbait.
No, that's whack.
Fucking.
Just fucking hit him.
Wait, guy goes crazy on show and starts beating himself up.
Hey man,
Yo,
Hey,
that,
mi amigos.
are we gonna talk about
that was an interesting fight. We can get to that.
That was part of what. That was
That's
sick.
part of our weeks.
Not necessarily that, but the idea of people handling internet beef with their hands.
Oh fuck
Yeah,
yeah!
hell yeah.
I mean,
That's
yeah, for
sick.
sure.
That is
And
sick.
There was money to be made as well, lots of it,
Yeah, they made a lot of money.
and a guaranteed rematch.
Do you think that they were actually like in cahoots?
No,
No,
They
they
did-
really.
They were definitely trying. They were definitely not cool with each other.
Really?
Yeah, because some of the shit that
I mean
I
a
wanna-
draw still makes you look like somewhat of like a bitch.
I mean, I think KSI should have won.
No, well, you didn't watch. Well,
The
you
first
don't-
2 rounds,
you're just,
Logan
you're,
won.
You're just not a boxing
Yeah, you're
fan
not a
or
physical
an MMA fan, so I just don't think you know how to like what judging would detail, like
Well,
what to look for.
It was very close. The first 2 rounds, for sure, Logan won. He dominated. But then
the second round.
third round was a little towards KSI. Fourth round was a little up in the mix, but I would have given it to KSI. Fifth and sixth round just looked like Logan was out of it.
Fifth was for sure Logan. The round
No,
before the
no,
last
there's no
one.
way.
Yeah,
Logan
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
out of it.
Nah, fifth was him.
That was the one where he got hit by that punch right at the bell, and then
Oh, his brother came on the ring.
And Elvis said, "Damn, I would have given the round to him until he got punched right there, right?"
Yeah, for sure.
Remember that was but he still won that round.
Oh, okay. 6th round KSI.
3-3. It was a draw.
But
we actually called the draw, and I never call a draw. But I
we all said draw. But if it were to lean to anybody, just because I think, like you said, if you score boxing, I thought the second round was a 10-8 round.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because that dude was just.
And he should have lost. He should have lost the point for swinging on him after the belt.
He should have.
Yeah,
he should have. He definitely should have. How did he not lose a point for that?
It's an amateur
fight. It was just a bitch move.
Yeah. It was a bitch move, though, for sure.
Somebody got
Jake
banned.
Paul
Somebody
fucked
got
up.
banned from the UFC for that.
Daisy.
Paul Daly, right?
Paul Daly, yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
He was the first one that ever got fucking.
Damn.
You know what's funny is it was like, what's her name? Jermaine Durandamy, I think that's her name. She did that against Holly Holm twice in the title fight. Twice, clean, twice out of the bell, fucking late shots. And she didn't get a point deducted. Not a single one. Twice.
That's nuts, dude. That's boxing wise. But just the coolness of YouTube people, like, it was more interesting than a professional boxing match.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because
the girl he dates is really hot.
Did you see
that's
the
what
beef?
pissed me off. Because he was saying some crazy shit.
Apparently, Logan's girl was, like, on KSI.
What?
Damn, you're a fucking rich TV star and you're fucking with YouTube? Come on, man. I'm talking about on her behalf. What's
I don't even know what she does.
She's an actress. She's on like a Marvel show on TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that was cool. It was good. Good to see people handle their beef with their hands.
For sure, entertaining. Anything boxing, or anything fighting, I'm down for.
Yeah,
shit's always entertaining. There was a UFC, but it was a free fight card, so it wasn't really
less entertaining.
Like Tim Williams and somebody else fought.
Sounds like a guy that works at Home Depot. No offense if he's listening. He might try to come fight me because he doesn't sound very successful in the UFC.
Yeah, he did okay. But
that's good.
It wasn't really too much of a card, so I was kind of in and out of it.
How was the FGC card this weekend?
FGC card, yeah. So there was a tournament this weekend out in Hong Kong. And it's called esports.
What the fuck is that?
Hong Kong.
You couldn't just say Hong Kong and like leave it at that?
I don't know. I just
we
wanted
knew
to.
what you were talking about.
I just wanted to emphasize it a little bit.
Is that Chinese for Hong Kong? Is that how you say it?
Hong Kong.
It's
not Chinese. Dakao. I swear to God, yo, Dakao. Every time I see Dakao, he always his mouth was always always talking to me like always. How you been, Dakao? Straight out of high. That's how he talks. He literally always just has his mouth open. I mean, Xiaohai's my boy, but he doesn't talk like that. Xiaohai's a little more reserved, but Dakao is just
different dialect.
The boys though. Dakao's the homie. It's been a while since we've seen Dakao. There used to be like a rivalry, bro. There used to be a rivalry right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while. Last time I saw Dakao was maybe CEO. I haven't seen him in a long time. Not the CEO, even like I think the one beforehand.
Is that the Cock Entertainment Expo? Wait.
Cock Entertainment.
Cock. Fuck. I fucked that one.
Yeah, you fucked that one up. Yeah, Dakao's the homie. There was a tournament. There was a tournament in Hong Kong, and shout outs to fuudo. Fuudo.
Are the results on the board?
Fuudo.
No, the name was not even on the board.
Yeah, I was like, what are you looking at?
I forgot the name.
I was just looking around, man. I like to look around.
I just wrote that one Asian event.
That was like, do you remember that?
I didn't remember the name.
Do you remember that time where we were at our friend Pedro's house this one time?
Yeah.
And the dude was
which house?
The one upstairs. Current house.
Oh, current
house. He gets drunk off of like a beer really easily.
Yeah.
So he had like 3.
Fuck.
Which this is pretty outlandish. And he was telling us a story, and we're all like on the opposite side of him like this. And then he was just bantering, and we were having a side conversation, and one of our friends notices he's like, dude, what is he looking at? And he took a picture of him, and he was just like telling us the story, but staring at the hallway because he was so drunk. And like he was so lost in the story that like Jip took a picture of him and like was like, dude, what are you fucking looking at? That's what you just did.
Yeah, none of this sounds familiar.
Yeah. He was just staring off into the distance like you were there.
Well, I wasn't staring off into the distance, my friend. I was staring off into the Twilight Zone.
All right.
Where fuudo won. Because he finally broke the curse of getting second place. Fuudo has been getting second place so many times. He got actually 3rd at Evo.
Well, I have no problem. He got second at Evo.
He got 3rd.
He got second. He lost the infiltration in grand
first
finals.
Evo. He most recently.
Yeah, most recent.
Yeah. But he, as a Mika player, deserves to not win. Like that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
second
that's
place. Second place is first place.
The universe is right. Yeah. There was
yeah.
just a fluke this weekend, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Fuudo had even made several tweets talking about how like he doesn't understand why he keeps losing and getting second place, and like if there's anything that people are noticing to give him any advice or mental, he knew it was all mental. So I think he was in losers and NL was in winners and he brought it back. Or no, he was actually in winners and NL brought it back, reset the bracket, and he hit the reset. And I mean that must be super frustrating. You're in grand finals and then you get reset. Yeah. But he did some Mika things and
He had some
won his first premiere.
He had tech. He had lab tech where he countered the V-trigger drill with just a raw activation of his. Which traded to super.
Yeah.
That was very cute.
Yeah.
Shout out to High Fight for that highlight.
Shout out to High Fight for
the videos.
All the videos that he's been doing, all the breakdowns and everything. High Fight's the man.
That is good FGC fucking shit.
Yes.
Content.
Yes.
I hate the word content lately, but that's a good content.
It is. It's great content. He's doing a lot for the FGC.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, good shit to Fuudo. He was really happy. Actually, actually having my conversation with him.
Was there any other crazy like placings or matches from that shit? Like anything? I remember?
Yeah, dude. There was a quarter of top 16 was camis.
Bon Chen didn't place a god again, right? He went back to Nash.
I think he used him sparingly and said like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring him out. He's in progress."
Can we show the?
Yeah. Just use that camera right in front of you.
I can't because I can't really see it.
Yeah, just hold it up, dude.
This was the conversation. I'm on the right side or whatever.
Dude, that looks really good. Keep going. This is just you match after match.
This is after he won.
You're on the right side?
That's him sending all. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Wait, he's on the left?
Yeah, he's the one with this and that, whatever that is.
He's just sending mad emojis. What is this? His text?
Yeah, this is online, and I was just like, "Yo, congrats! I'm happy." And he sent me this like ghetto Groot. Who the fuck is this? What is this ghetto ass Groot, yo?
He has like this big looking, ghetto Groot.
Ghetto Groot.
That looks like a fucking Guilty Gear character.
I don't know.
Not a bad way to think of it. It looks like a Pillsbury Doughboy mix.
Yeah.
Pillsbury.
Momochi's 1 point below me right now. So right now I'm in number 24.
Oh, Momochi, step it up, bro. Scrub.
He's just, what can I say?
What
can I say?
There's a tournament for him to go to every weekend though, so he'll be at something else.
He will be.
Right now the Asia ones are happening, right? Was that a premiere this weekend?
That was, yeah. And then there is another premiere coming up, and that is the China premiere, actually.
Oh, the one that is at a yet to be known location or something?
Yeah, yet to be known location, but it's on the 1st of September.
They're fighting in a warehouse.
And then
after that's Montreal.
Montreal, right? Which I should be attending.
Hopefully.
After that would be SoCal Regionals. Well, there's a tournament in France at the same weekend as Montreal, but SoCal Regionals, and then I'll be going to Never Give Up in Chile.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Want to take a second, actually, to talk about that. I got hit up by the Chilean tournament organizers for Never Give Up, and they are going to fly me out there.
Really?
Yeah. All expenses paid for.
Yeah, I'd say all that.
And I got to thank them for everything that they're doing.
That was the Bushin style.
Yeah. Well, they're going to pay for
Tell me how much you're going to fucking
They're going to pay for your donkey ride to the tournament.
They're going to pay for the flight.
You're really going to
the donkey rides, the fucking the women.
Which is it in Santiago?
I'm not sure.
Only city I know. I think it is. I saw that. It's the capital.
Maybe.
Chile's
I'm not
nice,
sure.
Dude.
The women,
really nice.
They're gonna take me out to.
Did you say the women?
The food, everything. They're gonna take care of me, and I appreciate that.
Really nice.
Yeah.
All the countries that touch Argentina.
It's gonna be my first time in Chile. I'm super excited. Every time I go to a Latin American country, I end up doing some motherfuckery.
Yeah, winning, which is rare for you.
That or finding myself in the weird
places.
Places, yeah. Brent and I have shared a few experiences out in Mexico.
Yeah.
And
I've been down to that neck of the woods before.
A lot of beans and cheese, huh?
It'll be his first time in South America. That's what he should say.
Dude, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, so thank you for all the Chilean tournament organizers for Never Give Up, for all the players excited to play. I got a lot of messages on Twitter. I'm excited to come out, play with all of you, and learn more about your culture and eat your food and have a great time. I'm so excited.
And you're gonna bring us back some souvenirs, right?
Gracias.
I have one request for a souvenir. I'm gonna ask you for it now because I know you'll forget. Bring me a fridge magnet that says Chile or some shit.
Okay, I got you. That's very easy to remember.
Bring a whole pig back.
For
the room.
A live one too, like little.
Here's what I was thinking about.
Put it on the wall. Like a pig's head,
like a live pig, so we can like.
I was thinking about raising a pig.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like
I was thinking about getting a pet pig.
We would have to call it Seth.
No, because then I would. No, that would make
Hoggy.
Nah,
Nah, it would have to be Seth.
No,
Seth or James.
No, Seth.
Seth
wouldn't be Seth.
Seth's a good pig name, but like a fat pig.
It's the pig name.
Not like that, but I just picture the pig being fat.
Anyway, I'm very excited to go out to Chile.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Gonna have a good time out there. So I'll see you, all you players out
when
there.
When do you fly out? What day of the week?
I believe. So the tournament is on the 22nd. I think I'm going out there on the 17th or the 18th.
So you won't
be there for a few days.
You won't be here to record.
Maybe. No, I should be.
We'll FaceTime you in.
Maybe. Yeah. Let's get drunk.
Yeah. No,
what's the beer out there in Chile? Like, what's the?
Believe it or not, I actually knew this. Theirs is pretty. They have one that's like really prominent, like through Latino America. That was the fridge. I forgot it, dude. You'll tell us.
Yeah, for sure. I'll send a lot of videos and all that.
Make sure you drink Inca Cola.
Inca
Cola.
The Peru drink.
Peruvian drink.
There is a drink like that.
They be smoggling it across the fucking border to Chile.
Yeah.
You've been to Chile before?
I've been to Peru.
Oh yeah,
Peru is the neighbor.
Peru.
And next door.
Peru.
But I'll still be more south than you. Chile is South America, but Peru is, I think, a little bit more south.
It's a long flight.
But it was a little bit
when
more
I flew there, I flew to Mexico City, which is about 3.5 hours. And then from there to Lima, Peru was where I went. And that was like a 6-hour flight from Mexico City. Chile is probably like 4.5, 5 to like Santiago.
For sure.
You need to be hitting up KBR because he'll be there and that'll be the homie. That'll be your like
tour guide.
Yeah, that'll be your middleman because he was that for me and he was that for me in Peru. So let alone his own country. I mean, he's just like he speaks good English.
Well, Doomsnake's going to be there.
Doomsnake's going to be there too, but still.
Ooh!
Chile's not his country.
Yeah, fucking.
Doomsnake's going to be there. It's going to be a fucking wild time. I'm excited for it. So actually, there's a couple other tournaments.
What else is going on in the FGC world, man?
What's going on in the FGC
shit that
world?
Isn't a little girl drama, which is all there is now. I just want to say a real quick shout out to both your God. If you know why, you know why.
What's going on in the FGC right now?
Talk to me about some tech, man. You've been saying, I saw you said that you feel like you're trying to hit maybe like a mid-season renaissance here with how you're seeing the game, how you're seeing your game play, how you're seeing that aspect of your thing. How do you feel?
How do you feel, Chris?
All right.
You said that you were like seeing the game in a different way, or that you're not seeing it how you used to.
Oh, when did I say that?
You tweeted it earlier.
Oh, yeah. No, in terms, So I made a tweet today because I was playing earlier today, and I was like getting so angry, like just so frustrated, and I had gone outside and I was just sitting down and I was like really thinking about it, like what happened where the game became not like I'm not playing the game to be the best anymore. And I'm thinking so much about like the pressure of performing well, the pressure of just being sponsored and like upholding this certain image, and playing for the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
like work,
literally it's turned into work, and it's turned into the most like one of the most distasteful things that I'm doing. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's making me happy about playing is the fact if I were to win. Like that competition inside of me, that competitive drive inside of me is what's making me have fun, right? The want to at least be like first place or the want to compete is making me have fun. But when I'm playing the game, I'm feeling so much stress, and it's like I don't have that same enjoyment anymore. Like before, I used to want to go to the lab and want to do all these things, want to really experiment with the game. But I think taking it to the professional level and just having the sponsors and everything like that, it's made me so stressed that it's starting to make me angry when I'm losing. Like there was a point in my Street Fighter 4 career where when I was first starting to play the game, I used to get angry so much. And I was 14, 15 years old, 16. And I would like really get angry. I would hit my stick and everything. There came a point in
Past tense, huh?
You would hit.
I would hit the stick. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were to like, because I came from the online scene when I first started playing. So you're playing and you lose and you're just like fucking fuck and you just like, hit your stick
all the time.
Well,
all the time.
That was me when I was playing Street Fighter 4 in the first couple of years. But when I got to a level where I started improving as a player and understanding the game better and losing less, I still lost, but understanding the game better and just feeling that sense of I'm improving at the game. Yeah. I'm improving as a player. I started getting less angry, way less angry. By the time that AE hit in 2012, like I wasn't getting angry. I would just be upset at myself for losing. I would find the answer to why I lost, and that would be it. The anger had left me, and I was a lot more calm. Fast forward to Street Fighter 5, I was very calm in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I was very calm when the game first, came out.
Yeah, because we had been playing it for weeks.
We had been playing. Yeah, well, we had been, and we were ahead of the game in front of everybody. And we still didn't know how the game was going to function. We were still very.
Yeah, you're doing jab and to run.
Well, yeah, because we 3 of our squad of our 6 played Ken, so there was a lot of unknown territory for us.
For sure,
fucking Fang and all that shit.
Yeah.
All the way.
And the general meta of the game, we still did not fully understand yet. So I think we were just a lot more hopeful and optimistic.
Yeah.
And Ken was good.
And Ken was really good, even though I thought he was bad. Which is a separate conversation. I actually want to have a conversation about that. I think that would be a really dope topic to talk about.
Ken?
No, just the downplaying that I did and why people downplay.
That's interesting.
No, well, you didn't downplay.
100% I did. 100%. I didn't think Ken was top 3 in the game.
Downplay means intentionally
underestimated,
doing it.
maybe?
Yeah, if you
maybe
really believed it, then that's
downplay would be like, man, fuck this character.
But does downplay mean that you knew the character was top 3, but you were saying that he wasn't top 3?
Purposely.
Oh, then no, I legitimately thought he wasn't top 3.
Downplay is any Cammy player right now saying she's not actually good.
Maybe.
Mike.
Right.
Fuck.
So anyway, fast forward to a year and a half or to 2 years, just the season in general, I'm getting so angry again that I'm like hitting my stick again, bro. Like I'm keeping it real. I'm getting to the point where I'm like hitting my stick again when I'm losing, especially when it gets to online. If it happens to me offline at a tournament, I literally have to walk away just to let out the anger because it's fucking like it's so frustrating, and I don't know what happened that brought me back to that anger. I don't know what happened where I'm no longer in control of my emotions. And I think a lot of it has to do with why am I even playing the game anymore? Is it because this is the most fucking fun thing that I had ever done in my life at the time when I was playing Street Fighter 4 when I first started playing? That was the craziest shit I've ever played, and it was so addicting. I was literally addicted to the game. But now it's like I'm thinking about, damn, I got to perform for my sponsor. I have to perform for any potential future sponsor. I have to brand myself a certain way. I have to create content. I have to uphold this certain type of image. I cannot say certain things in public. I have to win. If I don't win, all these things are entering my mind with each time that I get dashed in on or somebody does something random, I think. And it's subconscious and it's stressful. And I don't know what to do about it, and it's driving me crazy. So I was just thinking about that today.
Yeah, I have the perfect medicine for that. It's called Battlefield.
Can we have a quick moment though for Chris's stick? Because I feel really bad. I mean, I just feel like we really need to have a moment for his.
Look at his ancient ass fucking technology over there.
Because I mean, I feel really bad for that stick. You know.
That song that you're playing is fucking beautiful.
For all the dents that Chris put in you, I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah, I'm just getting very frustrated. I mean, it doesn't happen every time. I'm not just banging the stick every time that I play, but it's happening a lot more often. You know, it's happening a lot more often, and it's happening at like, dude, I realize that I'm getting angry, right? Like I'll hit the stick and I'll be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
And then the other part of you is like,
and then the next round happens, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do whatever the fuck I want, and I'm gonna fucking hit my stick.
This is a real thought process you guys are witnessing.
Yeah.
No, this is really how it goes.
This is literally how it goes. I'm keeping it real with you guys. Like
imagine just being in the other room, like you're just sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
You're watching a nice episode of like that 70 show or something like that on Netflix. You know, it's like a Tuesday morning because Chris be waking up and playing Street Fighter at like 10 a.m. And then all of a sudden, like you're eating your bowl of fucking Frosted Flakes, and then out of nowhere you just hear.
You can hit the stick if you want as like an example. Just don't break it.
No, I'm not.
You just hear fucking.
But I'm not gonna hit it as like hard,
just
right?
Don't hit it.
I'm not gonna hit it, but like this is legitimately like it'll get to the point to where I'm like, I'm playing like I lose the round because of some bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? Some bullshit happens, and I will literally just fucking like hit the stick and hit.
Do you look at where you're gonna hit?
No, I just start hitting it, and then sometimes I'll look like, you know what, Roundhouse, you fucking pissed me off today.
Do you remember anybody specifically that's like an online set that made you rage, so you can shout them out for making you punch your stick?
Yeah, Strider.
Okay, but like not, aside from Strider, like a random like somebody that could be a listener. Who's a random person that just be taking your points?
I mean,
what was it? Fucking
not
Pedro V.
No,
Pedro
many.
V.
I don't know.
You know what's funny? Flopsy
Plum plays one match and doesn't rematch.
And we met him at Wednesday Night Fights, and I thought after that he was going to change his ways. Still does the same thing.
Still.
And I just been getting in his ass with.
Did you guys tell him, hey, you're
I
the guy?
confronted him. Yeah, he was just being he was being too passive about it. Like he didn't feed me anything back to let me troll him harder. He was just being like too about it. So I was like, whatever. Yeah, but he popped off on the homie. He beat him in tournament. He's like, this ain't online, motherfucker. But
wait, Flopsy did that?
Yeah.
To who?
To A1 Sauce.
Oh,
and then
man.
I was playing in tournament when it happened in my match, and I had to look over to him. This was a couple weeks ago. I had to look over to him like, fuck, dude.
Well, this is recent.
This was like maybe before Evo.
At Wednesday Night Fights?
Who does the Plum guy play?
Alex. He just one game Alex is you online.
Dude,
right?
Yeah.
And A1 Sauce plays Mika, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that was my last tournament. At Wednesday Night Fights, I played a Mika.
But it's just funny that like Flopsy won and said that it's not online when like that's
his special.
That's the thing that he should get popped off
because he played him twice.
But they must have had some previous history for him to pop off like that.
Maybe.
And
that's despicable. Man.
What do you like? What do you think that is?
What? Why he does it?
No, I'm getting back. Fuck. All right, yeah. Finish the Flopsy story.
No, that was all.
The story. Yeah,
that
was a good story.
Because I really want to understand this, dude.
It was funny. I guess I will finish. I saw you once. Like I gave him a moment, and then I went to take a piss later, and I saw him by the pillar, and I was like, I had to acknowledge it. I was like, damn, bro.
But did you know who he was? Like
before that, I did, yeah. And I was like, damn, you got popped off on by him. Like, fuck. And he was like, he's just like, yeah. Like it was just comedy.
Those
one of those
ones
moments. One of those small moments.
Yeah.
You be punching your stick.
It's not just that. It's the anger. It's so like.
Do you pull your own leg hair?
Anger. No, I don't pull my leg hair. But it's just.
That's a separate conversation.
Anger,
though. Like,
bro.
I want to know how your anger is channeled into like you punching your physical item.
Because I think that
like what makes you want to like no matter how mad you get, what satisfaction comes from harming something that's expensive.
It's not the satisfaction of harming something.
It? I mean, potentially he's not caring about that in the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not. I'm not getting.
Like, why don't you just punch the bed?
I'm not getting satisfaction.
He doesn't want his arm to like bounce up and hit the sky.
I just never understood this because I've known multiple stick harmers.
You You can start like a support group.
Stick violence, yeah.
Maybe it has to do with
I'm anti-stick violence.
Like hurting myself because of my stupidity in the game, right?
So you're hurting your stick as an extension of yourself.
Or you're hurting your hand through the stick.
I'm hurting my hand because it's like...
No, because there's harder and easier things for you to hit.
Yeah, you could like punch the
Like,
wall.
Sure, I mean, I'm not going to fucking punch the wall and,
Why not?
rip my... It's one of those like...
He's not a real man.
Yeah, you're not really mad then.
No, I am mad.
Let's say you're just like...
It's round 2.
Upset.
I got to...
That's properly diagnosed your anger here.
Okay,
Here's the thing. You were just like mildly upset.
Yeah.
So you just did like a little...
I wanted to ask you about this as well.
Okay.
I wanted to have
all ears.
So, I mean, it's no secret. I like to smoke. I'm a smoker.
Okay.
I don't smoke cigarettes. I like to smoke weed.
Fuck. I could have had something prepared for that. I didn't know you're coming out of the jar.
The jar, huh? Well, I want to know like the psychology, right? I'm trying to understand the psychology behind it. So here's the thing.
I really hope fucking people understand that one.
I don't know. I wasn't prepared for that. Give me a moment.
Oh, go ahead. Take all the time you need.
Okay.
All
Continue.
right. So, outside of Street Fighter,
By the way, that Chris does not represent the activities or views of the Gauntlet or any of its other members.
Although it is legal in the state of California,
yeah, sure.
We do not all partake in those types of things.
anyways, outside of the game, outside of Street Fighter, when I'm sober, in the past few years, I've been a lot more like calm. Right, this is through my practices outside of the game, et cetera, et cetera. I'm a lot more calm than what I used to be. However, do you think that I don't know if I've read this before, but do you think that people that are constant smokers of weed when they are not high anymore,
become irritable?
They become a lot more irritable. I've heard of something like that, but I want to know why it only happens to me when I'm playing the game rather than when I'm around and like you knew me how I used to be.
You've always been salty.
Not this way though. Not this way.
You've always been salty.
Not this way though.
100%.
You cannot say that it's been the same way that it's been for the past 2 years. If you rewind
Street
back,
Fighter 5 is more extreme. It's only gotten worse.
So that's fuck.
Yeah, it's gotten worse, but
you
not
gotta
because
unplug that or
of
No, the dog was just stepping on the cable.
not because of the weed, just because you're just salty. And it means more now, like you as a higher status player are losing more. You have more to lose each time
that I lose.
You lose. Like you feel worse about your loss. Therefore it's a more extreme expression of your anger. Like you feel worse about your loss.
Why was that not happening in the first season of the game?
Because we were winning
or even like in Ultra or
Well,
I'm just
Ultra,
curious.
we were at a good point. We weren't really losing except for like two top people that we would be like, okay, kind of where we are now. I mean, you don't lose to randoms. It's just you only lose to people that are equal or above you.
I'd be losing to
for the most part. So
for
like
the most part.
most of your losses are still to people that are like above you, like Mana, for example.
Yeah.
Like Mana, Smug.
Yeah.
Whoever it may be. Those are like your most recent losses. Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's sus that you'd even be mad from online matches. That just doesn't make sense. But
I think it's because I'm getting angry. Fucking Milo. I'm gonna
have to blur out his fucking meat. He was putting it out there on the camera for a good minute there.
It's okay. I think it's more so the anger is coming from my lack of ability to control in the game. So as a veteran player, when I'm losing control and when I feel like I'm not learning anything.
Dude,
so for example, like I was playing Strider last night and at BCF, I beat him with my Akuma, right, against his G. And this was like when G had barely came out, right? So I played him again and he bodied me like badly. And I didn't feel like I was losing because I was getting outplayed. Like there wasn't something that was catching my attention like, okay, this is what Strider is doing to outplay me, and this is what I need to work on as a player in order to counter that.
Yeah.
It was literally one touch into death, into sequence into death. And
I feel like you don't control what's going on in the game.
And I couldn't like
Sounds
I would
like
play
a
a certain type
Strider
of 100%. But I was playing, a certain type of way, and once he hit me. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was playing fucking godlike because he wasn't allowing me to hit him as much, for sure. And he's understanding the character really well.
For sure, the best combination of solid fundamentals and bullshit.
And the bullshit. Yeah, Strider for sure has the best bullshit, for sure. And I messaged him, and I even tried to play Ken. And when I was losing with Ken, I was like, how is it that I've been playing this character, Ken, for fucking 2.5 years? Yeah. And I understand this character really well, yet I just lost to Strider's 2-week G.
Was there a stick
3-week G? Of course.
Even in the homie, against the homie?
Well, of course. I mean, it's online, but like...
He says, of course.
Of course.
Online,
but it's G. It's G, so...
But back to your question of like, why is it now? I mean,
So I asked him that. Like, I messaged him, and I'm like, bro, I'm getting so angry. Like, I'm just getting frustrated when I'm playing you. Like, what's going on? And he was like, bro, like, it's literally the character. It's literally the game. It's forcing you to you cannot control what's going on right now, and that's pissing you off.
Well, you lose to the character that's not as main more often in this game. For example, like, put that situation for Street Fighter 4. If you were playing Ken and he was playing like his like Ryu or something, like his secondary thing,
it would get shot on.
But if he was beating you, it would be making you rage.
Oh, for sure.
So you just weren't losing. That's why you weren't raging. So it's not like Street Fighter 5 specific. That's my point. It's
Wait, say that again.
Like, because you were winning, you weren't raging, but because you're
because
losing
I was
now,
winning,
because you weren't losing to like random secondaries and his thirds and characters he picked up for a week.
Yeah.
Because you weren't losing to that.
Yeah.
You weren't raging.
In 4.
But now you are.
Yeah.
But had you lost in 4 to his randoms characters, you would be raging too.
But
that's what
like
I'm saying.
That didn't happen.
It's just I think it's just a personal thing, honestly.
Nah, like
you
personal, like to Strider.
No, like you just get salty when you lose. Like, just in general, like you get very frustrated and express your anger very, very easily. Like we were talking about in Battlefield, like the way you were speaking and expressing your anger would not reflect you being in first place. You know what I mean?
So where is this anger coming from then? Because I'm really like confused because when I'm not
Armenian DNA.
But I'm telling you, it's not like
it is, because
have you
it's
tried
when
shaving your chest.
It's when you it's when you fucking it's when you lose in Battlefield. It's when you lose in Street Fighter. It's when you drive. You just be raging.
Are you a road rager, dude?
No. No, I'm not. No.
You'd be screaming at people.
I definitely do not.
He'd be honking for sure.
My honk barely even works.
But he'd be pressing.
Why did it stop working?
Press the shit out of it.
No, for sure.
No one actually has ever pressed their horn that much.
It has the same.
You're literally like quoting my tweet right now. This is what you're doing. Like, you're quoting my words, and you're fucking putting false things out for people. Like, none of what you're saying is true.
When did I quote you?
None of what you're saying is true. I'm saying it was an example.
Oh, you mean I'm joking?
You're just...
Oh, fuck.
Wait, are you...
Anyway, I also want to clarify something.
He doesn't fucking rage when he drives. He's perfectly patient with everybody.
No.
Don't get triggered. Don't ban me.
Anyway. And also I want to clarify, it wasn't...
That's the second time he tried to pull some shit like that. He said he accused you of doing the same thing with the picture.
Yeah.
He's just so on the fucking... His shield's so up. You'd think we'd be on the inside of his shield. But
I'm definitely...
we're still targets.
No, I'm okay.
Chris, come on, bro. You know I got you back.
All right, anyway.
Don't compare me to some random ass...
I'm just going to stay quiet.
Random ass egg avatar on Twitter. Trying to say I'm quote tweeting. Get the fuck out of here.
How many items do you think Chris owns with his like hand imprint on them? Like the stick, his car horn.
Oh shit, his pillow for sure.
Oh, his pillow.
But see that's a good one because there's no evidence of it.
That's it.
Fuck. That's probably it.
So I wanted to...
But he's been through a lot of sticks.
I guess it like came off like a little salty towards Strider. Like, it was not like Strider is my boy, like one of my closest friends in the FGC, and he's fucking godlike.
Yeah,
he understands. Like he's just shitting on me, and it's just bringing out that anger, like that frustration, you know? And I don't know what to do to kind of stop it. And I think a lot of it is stemming from the fact that I'm feeling a lot of pressure to learn the game. But when you're faced with a situation where you feel like you're not learning anything anymore.
And the game's really hard to control. I think you said that, and that's a big thing.
It is. It is a big thing
in this game, yeah.
But like the most I think the most frustrating thing for me right now is the feeling of I'm not learning anymore. I'm not progressing as a player anymore. See, when I had gone to Japan,
name drops.
I felt really fucking good, like really good when I came back to the US. So good. I played against Haitani. I went 10-9 against him. We did a first to 10.
Fuudo Haitani.
Fuudo's
very own Haitani.
Yeah, Fuudo's very own Haitani.
Yeah.
I lost 10-9, but I was happy because I hadn't, I was like, okay, I just played Haitani's Nikali. I know this matchup fucking perfectly now. No other Nikali's going to beat me.
And they didn't.
And when I come back to the States, I'm super confident. And Charlie from Wednesday Night Fights just starts shitting on me.
Charlie.
To the point where I have not beaten Charlie in tournament.
I don't even know who Charlie is.
I used to beat him, but Charlie's a Nikali player, right?
He's in his ass.
So that's what like is frustrating me, is that how do you learn something and then you try to apply it to the next person and it's just like, nah, this is not, like, everything you learned is actually false. There was no Rufus player that beat me. There was no Guy player that ever beat me because I knew the matchups so well. I felt I learned everything that needed to be learned in those matchups. Now I cannot learn. I'm not learning. I'm not progressing as a player. And that's what's frustrating me more than anything. The lack of progression as a player. So I think maybe during Street Fighter 4, I didn't feel this angry because I knew that I was becoming a better player, I would see myself growing as a player. But now I'm feeling very stagnant. And it's like I have no control.
Competition is a lot higher, though, too, now, dude. Like, it's so much higher.
And more players.
Like, we were top of the food chain, and we still, you still are, but there's so much more people in the mix, and every tournament has every good player, and everyone's playing online, and everyone plays every cheap character. And
definitely not like
it's
before,
just
for sure.
So much different now, so it's hard to just directly compare them.
Imagine all this competition in 4, dude. It would have been nuts.
Now
simply we just don't like the game. So your losses in Street Fighter 4, you just had more fun too even when you lost, because you're just enjoying the game. Like, you enjoying what you're doing helps you deal with the losses.
Yeah.
But when you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're just salty about that, and you're losing at what you're not enjoying. So it's just double the fucking salt. So it's just amplified. So at your core, you don't enjoy it.
So what do you do? Well, I mean,
why do I?
I guess you don't have the same. Like, it's hard to compare both situations.
I personally don't. I just don't express my anger in the physical way. Like, I don't. When I lose or I get mad, or I'm more thinking about it than I am like I need to exert my anger on hitting my stick or something. That's just me. That's just personally how I process it. Process salt. It's not like I need to throw this or fucking shove this or punch the fucking pillar at fucking. What tournament were we at?
What tournament was that when I punched the pillar?
Fucking, I think it was DreamHack Austin. You lost
to
You lost to
incriminate him. They might be
you lost to Alucard.
Remember
when you fucking punched the cement ass pillar?
I
did. That's the third thing that has the indent.
Yeah.
You punched it? Did you hurt yourself?
When I saw that, I'm like, God damn, bro! Like, really, it's that fucking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there are some listeners right now that could relate for sure.
Oh no, everyone handles it their own way.
I can relate to
I'm
exactly what you're saying.
Any is better than the other.
I just turn on Fortnite.
That's personally how he's kind of poses that my life.
He's just fucking. He has nothing to do.
So lately, because of these feelings of anger and whatnot that I'm noticing a lot more in me, I was trying to think about the game a little more.
Yeah.
And I've been watching, videos and stuff on YouTube about like hesitation and fighting, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm really thinking about the game. I mean, it's been a while since the Gauntlet has kind of done like a in-depth analysis about Street Fighter.
Are you trying to say that it's coming back?
Well, I want it to come back.
Is this the trailer?
No, it's not. It's not the trailer. I guess sneak peek. But I want to talk with Brent a little bit, at least for like 5-10 minutes about. I mean, you're a fucking.
Yeah, I don't play this game.
You don't even play the game.
You're right.
It's like, I mean, if I tried to talk to you about Dragon
he's
Ball.
getting suspended from the Gauntlet TV PSN.
Yeah, he's not like you have to have account. Like
I'm gonna take it.
Bro,
can you do that?
I've been losing with like every character.
Yeah.
So everybody that plays this, they're like, oh fuck, it's fucking Gauntlet.
Yeah.
And shit.
I don't, dude. I'm so lost in that game. Play me in Third Strike though, or Super Turbo.
Cabinet.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk.
I'm glad you didn't list 4. Thank you for that.
I'll buy you some 4 too.
All right, that.
Anyways, you want to talk to me for 5-10 minutes? All right, man. You got it. I'm here. I'm yours.
I want to.
Clock starts now.
Timer on the clock.
Yep.
Let me.
This is that fucking segment.
Put a timer on.
What I want to talk about is the neutral in this game.
Fuck.
Or lack thereof, bro.
That's a great one. That's a great one to start with.
So it seems like the game for sure. It favors the more offensive player.
I'll be over here for
right?
you. Just
And at what point? I'm trying to figure out. Should you tell yourself not to dash?
The neutral is trash. First of all, you know why? The number one reason why it's bad.
Why?
Because this is the first game that I played with Street Fighter where heavies were plus. Like
heavies are
heavy normals being plus for some characters.
Like
Balrog's Roundhouse being +3, Bison's Roundhouse being +3. Like characters having plus normals.
That's 2
plus
characters.
Plus heavy normals.
That's 2 characters.
I'm sure more have them. I just don't know them.
Well, I want to see, now that you mentioned that, I want to bring that up. Let's kind of talk about that.
Karen's on Roundhouse. Before.
Let's talk about that.
Fat has it, but you're gonna have to go through individually each character.
You're right. No, I mean like Zangief. Zangief doesn't have any plus normals, does he? Or Stan Fierce?
I don't know.
Akuma, no plus normal. Actually, Crouch Fierce is +3 for Akuma. Alex doesn't. Oh, Alex has +1 on the forward Fierce, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's +1. Balrog has +3. Birdie has his Roundhouse, right? His Roundhouse it should be plus. Standing heavy kick is on block. It's actually neutral. Actually 0.
That shit's plus.
It feels like it's plus. Cammy? Does Cammy have any plus?
Well, you don't
Minus
block her Roundhouse. Her Fierce isn't plus.
Her Fierce isn't plus. No. Cammy doesn't have. Chun-Li doesn't have. Dawson doesn't have. Ed doesn't have.
Crouch Fierce is plus, isn't it?
For what?
For Dawson?
Crouch Fierce?
Yeah.
Crouching Fierce for Dawson is it's +3?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hell yeah.
Guile doesn't have any plus.
And half of these you mentioned are crush counter normal. So people are just swinging and plus. Like, you don't understand the freedom and just like the thought process from just picking a normal to press is so much differently than it is in 4. Because you couldn't just swing with your heavies
no.
And your longer naturally your longer range things, your things that do more damage.
It was getting whiff punished.
It just exactly. Well, it was getting whiff punished, but you were poking
the reward.
You were poking more, and you were like,
Yeah. Jury doesn't. I don't think Jury does.
You've already listed enough, though.
Yeah.
That's already enough to dictate the pace of how the fucking Ibuki's fucking Roundhouse, I think, is +2, +1.
Forward Roundhouse?
The one that goes,
No, -2.
-2.
It's -2, yeah.
She doesn't have a heavy that's at all.
No, because the only other one would be Stan Fierce. Nikali's is minus unless he's in V-Trigger, I think. Except, that's most of the characters that I've listed, but
that's why it's
trash. I think. Okay, so you're saying that the neutral is trash because of the fact that these players have these heavy normals that lead to so much, and these normals are plus on block. Now, what about this range makes us uncomfortable?
Not being able to react.
What about this range?
Bison's Crouch Fierce also. We've got to talk about that.
Crouch Fierce?
Yeah, that's fucking forward.
Oh, the down Fierce. Down forward
plus
Fierce.
One shit.
Yeah.
That shit's broken too. That
but,
a lot of dashes are unpredictable. A lot of moves are unpredictable from that range. Unreactable, I should say.
EX moves. The freedom. Like so in Street Fighter 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Were there moves besides Yun's EX lunge punch that were kind of just thrown out? Like in neutral, was there EX moves?
Like Phase EX Rekka was one of them. A little bit. Rufus EX Tornado, but you wouldn't just throw it out there. But it was
very,
safe,
very
but
rare.
Not
like this. Not like this.
Viper,
Forte?
Viper Seismo. Q-Bomb, no. He did throw it out, but it was random because it was punishable.
Cami EX Drill from the air. Adon EX Axe Kick.
Balrog's EX Dash Punch.
EX from Adon. EX Jaguar Tooth.
Yeah.
EX Dive Kick from Cami. It was pretty hard to react. It was instant dive kick.
Yeah. But in a different way, though.
What do you mean?
EX Fireballs always.
I don't know, like they weren't used the same way. Like they weren't just thrown out full screen because you can't really do anything about them. It's
not just full. I think that you would be more scared. You can agree that you're more scared of an EX move in Street Fighter V when you're in this range than you are full screen. Now, full screen, you have to think about it as well for certain characters. But when you're in this range, when you're trying to play the footsies, is when it seems like we're just getting bombarded with EX moves.
Especially if they have that thing into V-Trigger. If I know they have V-Trigger and that's stocked up, like, and I know like Urian's shoulder is coming, I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah. So here's a question. Do you find yourself that when you're in this neutral, right? Do you find yourself when you want to make a decision that as soon as you take that decision, it actually turned out to be the worst decision that you've made because you got clipped with a crush counter or that you got clipped with like an EX move, right? So what is that? What is that phenomenon? Because I don't think that happened as much in Street Fighter 4 where if I were to make a precise, and these decisions that we're making came through pattern recognition, right? We're not just deciding to dash or something like that. We're trying to read patterns from our opponents, which lead to our decisions. Now, in this game, I think that I'm making the right read by dashing, or I'm making the right read by pressing a certain button, and all hell just breaks loose because of that one mistake.
In Street Fighter 4, except for certain instances, like if Rufus was pressuring you, you would crouch tech with different buttons.
Yeah.
But in Street Fighter, in Street Fighter 4 still, but other than against situations like that, you would really only crouch tech or focus backdash. You wouldn't really defend with other buttons. In Street Fighter 5, it's very often that when you're pressuring somebody, like in between your string, they'll like press their crush counter button because they're reading something. But because of the lack of defensive options taken away, people are more forced to resort to normals. And I guess we're just not used to people pressing normals like that in our face on defense when we're used to people having other options. You know what I mean?
You're talking about when we're on offense, when we're right next to them.
When we're pressuring people and like you do like you said, you overextend or you do that thing, you get crush countered and you're frustrated because you know.
When is the overextension? That was a great thing that you said. When do I feel like I'm overextending? Because how many times have you overextended and you've won because of it?
Usually, I mean, for me, it's usually to get the stun. That's where the overextension comes from. If I notice they're close, I might put myself in a bad spot trying to get it.
Which is a very normal thing. Normal thing to happen.
I mean, obviously to get the kill a lot of times, just to get the KO.
But don't you find yourself...
Especially in 5, because there's also like no chip death, so you have to like put yourself out there a lot more to get that last hit sometimes.
Don't you find yourself making these decisions also in neutral?
What decisions?
Like, let's say, like run with Ken, for example, right? Mm-hmm. Why do we run? What is the point of V-skill for Ken?
He needs it because his crush counter moves all put him far away. So if he didn't have a run, he wouldn't be able to do fierce into anything. He wouldn't be able to do roundhouse into anything. So he needs the run to be able to combo.
To close distance.
Okay, besides the combo, I'm talking about like, at what point do you know when to run with Ken? Right, when you take like the risk.
Could it be that you're using it in a way not like directly like those EX moves, but like as an advancing thing that's kind of quick and hard to react to?
Yeah, but it's not hard to It's hard to react to, but it's not hard to react to.
Lower to mid-level people, especially if you're a good player, are gonna respect you and you're gonna get away with it a lot, just point blank. Mm-hmm. But against the higher level people, I think it's mixing up the run and the dash where the run becomes useful, because no one that's really good at a certain point is going to let you get away with any normal into run. Like, it's just not going to happen. They're going to punish you every time. So you more have to use it raw than off normals. So like there's situations where I feel like people are looking for me to jump out of the corner. Like they're waiting for me to
and
jump.
You run.
I just run back through them.
Yeah.
You know, but you can
I like
dash
that.
too, though.
Mm-hmm. Now, technically, dash would be a better option, wouldn't it?
True, but sometimes people are looking for the dash or can, even though it's faster, react to that more so than the run because the run's like it's unorthodox.
Just
it's
a different animation could throw them off.
It's different animation. It's just way more uncomfortable. It's specific to Ken, whereas other characters all dash. So just reacting to dashes could be something that they are more easy to react to in the moment.
Yeah, exactly. You're looking for the specific.
And that's universal. So like you're doing that in every matchup. Whereas where you see the run, that's only something you're ever going to do against Ken. So you're just naturally not as prepared for it.
Yeah, and maybe even seeing the run, you could.
So that's a good. Yeah, that's a good point. I think to run. Also, when people jump at you in the corner, you can always just tap run and just get out of the corner.
Say that again.
When someone jumps at you in the corner, like in that uncomfortable,
if
like
you're in the corner,
you just tap V skill and you'll run out and they'll be in the corner.
Yeah,
it's like dashing out of the corner, but it's easier to do because if you're in mix up, people are on your wake up and they're in your face. You don't know what they're gonna do, and they do that uncomfortable like jump over you or neutral jump. You could just like wait, tap run. Whereas like you gotta like see what they're doing and like dash forward. It could be a lot more uncomfortable.
And plus,
and run puts you way farther.
You have like the semi-option selective, like you're holding back with your left hand, and you're essentially running out while your left hand is still reacting to the block. Yeah.
Now, here's you mentioned something really good, is reactions, right?
Yeah.
So you said that when you're in the corner and somebody jumps over you, you're gonna react and V skill, right? Now,
no, I actually that's probably something I do 15% of the time. Just on characters that I'm uncomfortable anti-ing in that situation, like Birdie.
Yeah.
Like with that jump over splash, or like certain characters, Zeku, he has a weird jump normal.
Yeah.
So like those situations are where I would do the run. If I can be on point with it in the moment. A lot.
It is hard to.
It's still
be
hard
on
to
point
like
with it,
to see it and do that in the moment.
Okay. Now, take everything that we just talked about, put it back to that original question of the neutral of this game.
You've been planning this all along, you son of a bitch.
I haven't. I just actually connected the dots for a second.
Nice.
But here's what I'm thinking. Like, this game, if you took the name Street Fighter out of it, right?
It'd just be called 5.
It wouldn't be like I think if the name was not attached to the game, and the name was and the characters just looked different or something like that, would we even play this game the same way that we're playing it right now?
Ooh.
On top of
Chris. That's a good.
I think that the key to this game in the neutral is play this out in your head.
That was deep, bro.
Yeah, play this out in your head. I was talking.
My brain is like tingling right now. Like I just you ASMR'd it.
Okay,
sorry.
Brent was with me when. Give me 1 second. Let me think about what I'm about to say. Okay, let me actually get this out before I forget it and revert it back. But what I was thinking about was the focus in this game. It is impossible for a human being to react to Ken's dash. It is actually impossible for a human being to react to Ken's dash unless you are 100% looking for it. If you are not 100% looking for Ken's dash,
I was gonna say I've been reacted to before. 100% I have.
But that's a predictive reaction.
Yes. And it still is a predictive reaction.
It's almost like you're mentally buffering.
Exactly. You're mentally buffering, right? So it is impossible for a human being to react to a 15 frame dash on top of 6.5 frames.
Yeah, not possible at all.
It is you have
only through anticipation.
You have what is that? Not fucking nine frames to react. It's
not
impossible.
With everything else you're thinking of, it's just not going to happen.
Exactly, right? So theoretically speaking, I should just be dashing all day. But it doesn't work like that because why? The opponent is gonna 100% eventually focus on the dash.
Yes.
Now, it is possible for top players, for the elite players, to not only be able to react to the dash, to focus on the dash, right?
Yes.
But to also focus on the other option. the other thing that you want to do besides dash. A good example of that would be jump. So so I'm using Ken as an example because I think this is the best example to use right now. Ken's jump fierce is really good in this game. Very, very, very good in this game.
Excellent jump fierce.
Excellent jump fierce. My opponent has to focus on the dash and he has to focus on the jump, which is a fucking very hard thing to do, right?
Yes.
So what if my job as the Ken player, what if my job as the player is to be good at Street Fighter V, to take these opportunities and to actually capitalize on it before you get hit with random shit, before you get hit with their crush counter, is to always put my opponent in the focus on either my jump or my dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he has to.
People, that's still applying like normal logic to where people press buttons and shit like that.
Wait, I hear what you're saying. What if it is to replicate? I mean, the whole point of Street, we're conditioning our opponents. We're always conditioning our opponents.
True.
What if we are conditioning our opponent to focus on two things?
Yes.
Right? Very hard things to react to. And then hit him with a third one.
The third dimension.
The third dimension.
Which would be buttons?
Which would be walk forward, stand fierce, crush counter. Or which would be run. Or which would be fireball. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that fireball, you're in that exact same position of, am I going to jump or am I going to dash? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want him to always be on the receiving end of the thinking. I don't want him to bleh. I don't want him to just do something. I want him to be in fear. I want him to always be on the receiving end of, is my opponent going to dash at me right now? Or is he going to jump? I have to focus on this dash, so I'm ready to check it. Oh, shit, he just threw a fireball. My mind just stopped because I blocked a fireball or got hit by a fireball. Now, my opponent, is he going to dash at me or is he going to jump?
You want them to think about you more than they think about themselves, in a sense. Like,
I want them to think more about me than I am about what is he going to do in neutral for me to download.
So you're saying to play more like Zero Blast?
Yes.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're getting at.
Yes.
I'm hearing what you're saying. And
yes.
I can see this game style that you're describing, and I can see who
that. But I guess, I mean, not to
with the movement.
Hate on Zero Blast or something.
He's just that he plays very much like that.
Yeah,
like what you're saying.
But I guess a little more
better.
Better, like a little more methodical, I guess. And that's not to like shit on him. You know, he's a good chem player, but I'm really thinking about that, and that no hesitation, that no matter what happens, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and he's forced to react to it. Right?
Like third strike Makoto.
So you know those moments where as Ken, you're just so on point with your dash, like he whiffs a fucking button and you're dashing at his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've had those moments where you're just playing that.
That's usually when it just works out. Like, you don't dash because you saw the normal whiff. You just dashed at the perfect time when the normal whiff didn't worked out.
Yeah, but you know that that perfect dash like that makes you feel really
like
good.
A low forward, where it just perfectly like pokes out and you whiffs and you just like dash when it retracts
and then throw, right? Okay, so now the next layer. How do you take advantage of the opponent putting himself in that situation for you to take advantage of? How do you take advantage of the opponent that split second where he fucked up? You have to be on cocaine. In terms of your awareness.
Yeah.
You have to be wired on your awareness, because as soon, like for example, as soon as you're playing neutral or something like that, right? he takes that one step forward. Because of that one step forward, you're just like, I'm going to fucking dash at you because you took a step at me. And now you're in my dash range. Before you even take that step forward and think in your head, I want to press down forward fierce with Bison. When you take that step and inside of your opponent's mind, he's thinking about what crush counter button I want to press or when do I want to dash, you have already dashed. You have already jumped. So his offense is immediately shut down. His offensive approach is immediately shut down by a response from you that is hard for him to react to.
You were
an instant response. I'm one step ahead because I'm doing an instant response. If I do an instant response, now he is naturally fucking has to be in a defensive mindset.
But how do you instantly respond when you're playing 8 frames behind?
Because you are not allowing him. You are. I'm like thinking about it. Like you are taking advantage of the situation before he presses the button.
So you're
if that makes sense.
You're like on the street. Wait, no. You're like on the other.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but it's hard to describe.
It is. It's very hard to describe, and it's very hard to to explain it without showing it to you guys. And that's actually something that I want to do.
Yeah.
Because I played Ceroblast today.
Yeah.
Right. The past couple of
we got the memo. We heard
the last couple of days.
Strider.
Every now and then, I had been playing Ceroblast, right?
Yeah. Ceroblast being a Ken player from Canada.
Yes.
Okay.
Ceroblast's style is very, very unorthodox, right? He's very quick. He made me very uncomfortable when I was playing him in neutral because I like to play a lot slower. I want to get the download on my opponent. I want to see what he's doing and react to it, et cetera, et cetera. I was having a very hard time beating him. When we were playing, the matches are going down 5-4, 5-4, 5-4, 5-4 every time. And that doesn't make me happy. I don't want to win that way. As a top player, I want to dominate.
Yeah.
I do not want to barely win. Especially Amir. I know the Ken matchup. I know how to fight my character, So today, I had thought about this. And I was like, he hit me up and he was like, yo, you want to play? And I was like, yeah, for sure. I played him with almost 0 fucks. Almost. I will say I gave a one.
You had a couple fucks left.
I had a couple of fucks left. But compared to before, I was playing with a lot less fucks to give. And I was playing on like very, very, very fast pace. Anytime in my head, I was like, yo, he did not press a button right now. He hasn't thrown a fireball dash. Yeah. I'm talking instant here. I'm talking the very opportunity that I saw a dash, I took it. And he was not reacting to it.
So
it took him to fucking focus so hard on my dashes, right? And as soon as he hit me out of my dashes, I would replicate that situation, position myself in where I'm going to dash with a couple of buttons. Yeah. I stole that from him. I'm whiffing shorts and jabs and I'm dashing, right? I stole that from him.
So there's this...
And then I would jump. His anti-airs are really good, actually. He anti-airs with Crouching Fierce, which I'm going to for sure start doing that with Ken a lot more. Yeah. It shit is so good.
Why?
Now it's fucking really good.
Why is it better than DP?
Because I don't have to deal with the bullshit of it whiffing. I don't have to deal with of the motion. It is very simple for me to just down Fierce, run. I am now putting my opponent in the mix-up.
Over DP, though?
Over DP, 100%. And unless it is like a far jump or something, I'm going to DP. But something like those cross-ups, especially when I'm in the corner, I'm no longer going to do a DP. It's too easy to do down Fierce. His Crouching Fierces, when I was having my 5-4, 5-4, 5-4 sets with him, every single time they were anti-airing me. Every single time. This time when I played him, trade, or I beat it. Because he was sticking out a preemptive normal to hit my dash, and then he would recover and try to Crouch Fierce and it would trade or I would beat it out. But that's what I'm fucking talking about, right?
So you're like a step ahead.
So I'm a step ahead. I'm a step ahead because I'm not giving a fuck.
So there's this movie, I don't know if you guys may have seen it or heard of it. I don't remember the exact name, but I think it's like something in relation to Bobby Fischer, has Lawrence Fishburne in it, where he's basically teaching a young kid to play chess. The kid is like a chess prodigy.
Oh.
And
he's already a prodigy?
Yeah, he's a prodigy, and the family's trying to get him into like a chess club. They have chess clubs where they teach you how to play chess. But this guy plays at the park, and the parents like walk the kid to the park, and the kid is really drawn to the Lawrence Fishburne character because he's really good at chess, but he specializes in speed chess.
The kid or the guy?
The guy, Lawrence Fishburne's character, and he says like Bobby Fischer is like a famous grandmaster chess player in the States.
In the world?
Not anymore. He like disappeared.
Like in real life.
Yeah, 35,000 LP.
No, he like disappeared from the world and like came back and just dominated in chess.
Okay.
So he basically says like, you can be great at chess. There's all these people better than me, but no matter what, if you put them in the park where they play speed chess, which has, you have to play faster. He's like, I'll beat anybody because a lot of people can't play with that speed.
Yeah.
So
this is a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
I'll watch it tonight.
It's not that good of a movie in my opinion. But
I'll watch it tonight.
But the concept of that, where
does he talk about some philosophical shit, like some theory?
I'm
gonna watch it tonight.
It's all over there.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'll find the title for you right now.
For sure.
But can you see this being as a form of that, where like you're saying that you're trying to control the game, where like in chess there's what's the rule? Like you get 20 minutes to make a move.
20 minutes?
Something stupid like that. The clock is really slow, but in speed chess, the whole game it has like a 2-hour clock, I think.
Yeah.
But the speed chess is like a 2-minute clock.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so you have to be moving really fast. And you're playing...
Each turn is 2 minutes.
No, the whole clock.
The whole game is 2 minutes.
The whole the way the clock works...
You heard of that before?
Yeah, for sure.
The whole game of chess, 2 minutes?
Yeah,
no.
You've ever seen them
it's a
hitting
2-minute clock.
tap,
So
tap,
the way
tap.
the clock works,
You never seen them move
Yeah. But
so you're passing it to them. So they have to move, and when the clock runs out, the game's over.
Julio was playing chess for a little bit, and he was like getting into like speed chess, and he would have like his phone app would have a double-sided like thing, and you would move the chess. And tap.
So the goal is to always basically... Time is like a form of pressure. So when you're hitting that button, you're putting the pressure on them. The time is on them.
Yes.
And it's not necessarily even making the best move, but it's just making a
move.
A decent move to at least keep yourself from being super obviously like a bad move,
That's that third layer.
But you
How do you think that fast to make how do you think that fast to make a decent and good move?
Because you have to just I'm assuming that you just practice being in the situations. Like you just memorize the best moves for each position that you're in.
Exactly what I'm saying.
So now that you said that, wouldn't you want to practice in the lab?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yo, if this person neutral jumps, I'm gonna fucking double dash or something.
Well, yeah,
and then
I mean we've already but that's all. That's nothing new though. Like we lab situations all the time.
Not really.
I mean,
when was the last time When was the last time?
Yes,
be real,
but it's not like it's not
this. It's okay.
You're fine. I turned it on.
Okay.
Okay. No, but I'm saying that the
that's his cable now.
Like it's not like a new philosophy.
No, it's not. It's not. You're right. It's not a new philosophy.
But the juices are flowing right now.
But you're on what I'm trying to.
Yeah. We're
on the same.
We're both on the same
track.
But yeah, but I'm trying to like relate it to
you have your own bubble.
Exactly.
I have my own.
But it's like the same theory.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this thing, like he's saying that like this Bobby Fischer guy, who is the point of the movie, though he's never in it. It's like he is so great. He's this chess master. He's a grandmaster. But no matter what, because Lawrence Fishburne, is just a master of adapting to pressure, which is the clock, the speed clock, which he's trying to teach the little boy. And, it's like a Karate Kid type thing. The little boy learns speed chess and then applies it to regular grandmaster chess.
Okay.
So he's like a step ahead, and he understands the pressure of the clock, which is aside from the chessboard.
Yeah.
The chessboard has
it's an outside factor.
Exactly, but it's a factor that the guy's trying to teach the kid, like, hey, and it goes into life. Like, life
no,
has
for sure. I see what you're saying.
So the speed, it's
the
chess,
speed,
but the speed chess where you're like trying to put pressure on him in a different layer.
That translates to the no hesitation.
Yeah.
That translates to also the not giving a fuck.
Yeah. And like how Brent said, we're like, you're not necessarily making the best move, but you're making the move for the situation that's gonna put the pressure on them. Like I read that who was saying it? I think Big Bird. I saw a tweet where he said that a lot of comebacks come from a back throw in the corner.
Yeah.
So he was saying like in that situation where it comes down to low health, he's gonna
backdash.
And just
take
rely
the crush
on neutral and rely on neutral and say I'm gonna win it through the neutral, not through the pressure of the corner, because that back throw is gonna cause that pressure where I could have all the health in the world. If I'm in the corner with no health,
I'm dead.
That one crush counter is gonna
give me momentum.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I've made plenty of comebacks because I back threw them in the corner, or I had them in the corner.
Where it was like a certain percentage where they all happen that way, dude.
For sure, and that's a good point. But you're right. It's the speed, right? So that's what I was thinking about in terms of like, if the title was not Street Fighter.
Oh, I love that you said that too.
And this was not Ken, Chun-Li, whatever. It looked like
the way you
different characters.
Said, I thought of it like as fighting EX Slayer.
Yeah,
if that was called
something.
Street Fighter EX Slayer, I feel like people would think of it differently.
So now let me give an example of, think about like, so when I first started playing Dragon Ball, right?
Yeah.
I bought Dragon Ball and I was like fucking around with it and Frieza. There was literally like barely anything Street Fighter related for me except for, I'm gonna try to not get hit and play keep away. You know what I'm saying? That was the only like fundamental thing that I was applying when I first started playing the game, right? I mean, I don't play the game anymore, but what I did immediately recognize is bullshit. That there's a lot of bullshit in Dragon Ball. And I was just, this looks good and I'm going to do it because it feels good. And I feel like this is going to put a lot of pressure on my opponent, right? But because maybe I'm playing Street Fighter and it's my main game and I have all these thoughts about neutral and everything like that, I am not abusing the not fuckery, the don't give a fuck as much as I should.
That's exactly why you were losing.
Yeah.
Because like Jared and I at the time, we adapted the game differently. We were playing the game for the game.
Yeah.
You were like, and especially with Frieza, you were like, all right, this character can zone.
Yeah. Well, he could not zone. Frieza like, was fucking trash. Yeah, apparently he's pretty good now.
Yeah.
But
you were thinking like Fireball, Street Fighter, I'm gonna zone.
Yeah.
Play this
Vanish.
Game, rather than thinking, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I tried to fucking full screen Fireball and I got vanished. I was like, all right, I'm dropping this game. Like, there's no fucking point in playing.
Because you're not. What if it was called Street Fighter Z?
I don't know. I would have approached the game differently, right? So my approach of the game, my decision making, like look at Luffy, for example, what he told us in that interview, right?
Check it. Link in the description.
You have to take that risk of command grab with Mika. Like, I would much rather play against Fuudo's Mika than I would against Luffy's. They both have the dirtiest setups, for sure. They both know the dirty shit, but Luffy plays in a more disrespectful way, in a dirtier way, in a more command grab heavy way.
Yeah.
And that shit be fucking with my head when I play against Luffy. Whereas when I play against Fuudo, I know I'm just gonna eat a lot of pressure and just block a lot of buttons, right?
Yeah, I don't even.
So
you don't even see a lot of command grabs from Fuudo.
You barely see any command grabs. But yeah. So like the neutral, right? I don't ever want to put myself. I don't want to put myself in their furthest button range anymore. Traditional Street Fighter, you position your character in their furthest button range and you whiff punish accordingly.
Footsies 101.
The only player that I've seen that plays like that is Punk.
Yeah.
Punk's footsie game is fucking immaculate. Always staying outside of my footsie range. When I was playing him at Justin's house, I couldn't whiff a fucking button. He always stays outside of my footsie range and punished me with Karen or Cammy or whatever, right? He's an anomaly. What I'm thinking is, because when I'm in this range, I'm always getting fucked by a crush counter. When I'm in this range, I'm getting dashed in on, and I am the one that is unable to react. I am the one in fear of, I need to fucking look for the anti-air, look for this, look for that, whatever. Look for this, look for that, look for this, look for that.
The theoretical clock is on you.
Yeah. But what if I play... There's only two places to play in Street Fighter V. One, it's either full screen.
Karen range.
Or, no, when I say full screen, I'm talking full screen.
Okay.
And or right next to them, very up close to them. And I'm talking like if you're pressuring them, right? Or you're getting pressured. That, I feel, is a lot more of a controlled situation for me, except against Guile, right? Because if I'm full screen, I am now creating my game plan to execute when my opponent gets in that range for me to take that one option or the second option, I'm going to just take it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas when I'm playing the neutral, and by neutral I mean that footsie range, I'm in so much fear.
Yeah.
The second I get in that footsie range, I want to do a decision. I don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to hold it anymore. I don't want to fucking make a read anymore.
You want to dash or jump.
I just want to dash or jump.
Mm-hmm.
And if not dash or jump, I want to throw one fireball, stand short, stand short, stand short, stand short, jab, 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 back dash, forward dash, back dash, back dash, back dash, jump forward, dash forward, grab. Do you have time as a player to just recognize what I just said? You know what I'm saying? Do you have time to see that I just whiffed 4 stand shorts? And in your mind, you have to be thinking about, what is this guy fucking thinking about? What is he doing? I feel uncomfortable. Why you feel uncomfortable? Because there is lag.
So you want to be more active.
I want to be more active. And you know what I did today? I watched my loss against Ryusei at EVO.
The one you didn't want to talk about.
Yeah. When I was playing that guy, I was getting so angry. I literally, in my head, I was like, this motherfucker is playing like a nut, like an absolute nut. I know the Urian matchup very well because I've practiced against Filthy Rich's Urian, and I practiced against Flash's Urian a week before. 4 days before EVO, I was playing against Flash 10 hours every day, and I was super confident. My confidence had nothing to do with it because my confidence came from me just fucking being good and neutral, but this guy hit me with, he was playing like a nut. I watched my match. What do I see? This guy whiffs a crouch short dash. Every time he whiffed a crouch short, he dashed. Every time he did a crouching medium kick, followed up with a forward strong into a shoulder or tackle or something.
He was just pressing something at all
He was pressing something at all times and just being active at all times, not allowing me to fucking get any type of control.
Thought.
Did I tell you? Like, I remember I told you a lot of episodes ago where I would do that with Karen, where I was messing around, but I would just like whiff throws from a range where it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And you know the opponent's like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what is this guy doing factor is so strong in this game.
Rather than doing like this whole like footsie dash. Short dash.
Short dash. Walk forward, walk back dash. Short jab, fireball from full screen. Okay, dash.
So you even like
neutral jump.
So you're even thinking like
short.
Where in your head, like you're like this empty space of
dead space
of where your dead space now is kind of just back and forth. You're swaying in and out. Your dead space now, not even consciously, is short. You're doing that thing in that dead space where you're not even conscious of.
Yeah. And here's the thing: now when I do get in that range of his furthest normal, I am literally just focused on press that fucking button so I could jab you once and dash. I'm not even trying or sweep. I'm focused on one button to whiff punish, and that's sweep. I'm a good enough player to where my footsies are good enough to where if I force him to press like a heavy button or something to check a dash or something, I'm gonna be able to sweep it. Or fuck it, let me just press it and get the crush counter. Dash. You're in the corner now, right? If I'm outside of your furthest normal, if you did not press it, you already got dashed on. If you did press it, I jabbed you or I whiff punished you, right? So fuck, I don't even know anymore because that kind of contradicts me trying to not play in that range, but I've found success in just moving in and out of that range. If I do get in it and just the second I want to make a decision, I take it. I am not contemplating anymore. I don't want to, and when I'm noticing if I'm contemplating, I'm fucking losing because of it. If I'm thinking twice about why did I make, like, why, should I do this? Should I press? Should I got crush countered.
The movie is called Searching for Bobby Fischer, before I forget to mention it.
But you know what I'm talking about? Like, this is what I've been thinking about. And this is just the fucking first layer, dog. I think I'm onto something here. I played against Ceroblast today. I beat him 10-3.
Okay, but how does that strategy, how successful is it against other people? Not against you and the Ken Mirror, where you're being caught off guard by something that you're not used to. Because when you see your own character played a different way than what you're used to, that's more unorthodox than like that strategy against like a birdie.
Yes, right.
So you have to watch his matches against other people and see how that type of play style works.
Well, I mean, I would consider myself a better player. So I would approach that method a little differently. You know what I'm saying?
Your solidity.
I have my own different mindset than he does.
You're combining his playstyle with yours in a way.
Yes.
Where yours is a little more solid with his nuttiness rather than just full nut. You're like.
Well, I don't want to say he's full nut.
No,
he's a good player,
example.
but I feel myself as a better player.
Exactly. You're just different ends of the spectrum.
I'm taking what he's doing and I'm going to try to make it.
You're going to adapt it to you.
Yes. Right. Now, what Brent said, could this method work on top players, Tokido, right? Could it work? Yes.
Ooh.
But not with Ken. Not with a mid-tier character. The reason why I'm getting away with the things that I'm getting away with against Ceroblast, for example, is because we're both playing Ken.
Because you're playing against Ken.
Because I'm playing against another mid-tier character. I'm playing my own character, right?
So now what if you were to do this with Akuma?
Now what if I were to do this with fucking EX Demon Flip that has 7 options? EX Demon Flip has 7 options. 7. How the fuck is my opponent supposed to know which of the 7 options I'm going to do?
After you just whiffed 8 shorts.
After I just whiffed and I hit him with 2 fireballs that knocked down. How? It's humanly impossible. Right? It is humanly impossible. Watch Takamura play against Tokido. That match is on fucking... He's wired. He's literally... It's. I don't even feel like Takamura was playing any neutral. He was like, I'm just going to fucking do my offense and it's going to work. And it worked. Why? Because he studied Tokido so hard. He said that he studied him so hard for that match that he knew every fucking step that he was going to take, did it, executed it, and beat him.
Fast.
Clean. Fast. Nobody's... How did Tokido lose the mirror? The mirror match. Tokido is going to lose to another Akuma? Well, that doesn't make any sense. Impossible. So you have to have top tier to do that, right? You have to have these characters that have many options. Many options that force the opponent to react to it.
Because at the end of the day with Ken, you're still just...
I'm just Ken. That's gonna eventually... I'm going to get hit by a bullshit V-trigger. Now, here's another layer as well that I was thinking about.
Let's go.
In this game, certain characters, you have to mirror match them. This is my thought process right now. When I play against Necalli with Ken, Akuma, any fucking character, I don't care how many options I have. Once that motherfucker activates V-trigger, I'm dead. I cannot react to it. I cannot do anything about that character. I just personally have a hard time with him, right? Now, when I play Necalli against Necalli...
Oh, I love this.
It's the same bullshit.
Now he has to deal with
it. He has to deal with and it's not hard. It's not hard to play Necalli. And in the mirror match, you do not have to learn everything about the character. You never have to learn everything about the character in a mirror match, especially in a game like Street Fighter V. Because once you activate B-Trigger, it's the same shit. There is no execution needed. You are just doing shit.
There's no character specificness because it's just the character versus itself.
There you go.
Damn, Chris, I'm gonna edit that out.
Now, Strider has been shitting on me. I barely played G before today. I barely played G. I messaged him. I was so fucking salty. I was like, there's literally no reason to play Akuma in this matchup. There's no reason to play Ken. There's no reason to play any other character against G. Unless I think Cammy's his worst matchup or Bison or some shit. Yeah. But there's no reason. Why? Because no matter what you do, you're going to get command grabbed into death. You're going to get fucking hit once into death, into V-trigger. So what I did was, listen, motherfucker, I'm going to play G against you.
Who else can do that?
No, I'm going to play Abigail. Abigail or G, right?
G can do it to G.
G could do it to G. Whoa. G shits on Abigail. I want to pick Abigail. But I was like, listen, you're literally going ham, and you're telling me that you're going ham and it's working. And do you know what that's like when a player tells you, bro, I'm just fucking doing shit and it's working against you?
Yeah.
Like, do you know how much that hurts your ego?
Trigger.
It's an instant trigger. It's an instant, why are you fucking beating me when you're doing stupid, like you're not even thinking. And he was like, this is, bro, I'm telling you, the key is to think less. Like, you're overthinking. So I was like, all right, motherfucker, I'm going to pick G against you. I picked G. He beat me 3-1. I picked G again. I beat him 3-0. How? I literally copied and pasted what he was doing. I was like, okay, so I get 45% off of one command grab? That doesn't fucking take a rocket scientist to do a command grab. I just did a command grab, did 45%, won every game like that.
Remember back, that reminds me like when Brent used to pick Viper, but only when we would pick Viper. And I would and I would tell myself like I know way more about this character than he does, but he doesn't need to know all my safe jumps, all of my combos.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to know that. He just needs to know
Low four
Thunder Knuckle.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
Low 4 Thunder Knuckle.
That's all he was ever doing.
Yeah. Why I will never play another character against G. I will always play G against G. There's no point for me to put myself under that stress of fuck. Like if he activates right now, he's gonna fucking literally go ham, literally do all special moves. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I can do the same thing back to you.
So you're taking. That's the number one surefire way to take away a character's advantage.
Yes.
Is by matching it.
Yes. I'm gonna play Nikali against Nikali.
So just mirror but everybody. Why don't you just do that? Be the guy.
That just mirror matches everybody? Nah, I don't think. I think
what's the opposite of Random Ross?
It's certain matchups. It's certain matchups that I feel, me personally as a player. I'm not saying this is maybe for everybody, but this is just a theory that I'm on.
It's a theory, and it's a really good theory to think about.
I think that against a character like Nikali, against G, maybe even Abigail, Menat, and Ibuki. I think the top 5 characters, maybe even Guile, bro. Who gives Guile? I don't know. But keep this in your thought, right? The mirror match will fucking force him.
It will remove advantage.
It will remove that, oh, my character has a little advantage over you. Nah, now I'm playing a very unorthodox game now, motherfucker. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if I can throw a sonic boom right back at you? What are you going to do if you have to hold all of my shit? See, notice something. The top characters, the characters that have the bullshit or whatever, they have to deal with their own bullshit. They can't escape their bullshit. If you mirror match them, they cannot escape their bullshit.
No advantage.
No advantage. Right? Theoretically speaking, right? There will be no advantage. Unless that player is just that much better of a player than you.
Other than like picking an overly like a good matchup, this is the only scientific, biblical, theological, guaranteed way to take that advantage is by matching it.
Yes, and I'm a good enough player to do one command grab into a fucking easy execution.
That's fucked up,
right?
It's a fucked up way to play the matchup in a good way.
It's in a good way, and you know what? Maybe it's even better that I don't play that character as my main. I will have less fucks to give. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
I'm really thinking here. What if?
This is really deep thing. This is for all the people that like want us to talk about Street Fighter.
Yeah. This is a special episode for you guys.
This is definitely like
and I want to break this down. I want to have like videos on this shit and whatnot. And I don't want to go any longer. I mean,
no. This is
talking about this, but
this is a theory, and theory can go on for
it can. But you see, like,
because here we are. I don't even play this. I don't play this game like that.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I'm really deep into it.
You understand?
My brain's like really fucking sunken into this shit right now. Because what you just said right now with like, if you don't play the character at all, you won't care
at all.
And maybe that will
in the 2 out of 3.
And playing against the character specialist will put the I keep calling it the clock.
He's not going to do that again.
You're going to put the pressure on them.
Yeah.
You're the speed chess player.
Yeah. It's his pride that's on the line, not mine. I don't give a fuck if you're a fucking Abigail main for 3 years. I don't care if you're a G main. I'm going to pick the same character. Why? Because I know how to activate B-trigger.
Just do that Wednesday Night Fights then tomorrow. Just mirror match everybody all the way and see how it goes.
I can't mirror match everybody. I don't know how to play everybody.
You can at least counterpick them.
But every character that you can kind of play that character, you have to mirror match it and just see how it goes.
You can for sure do Rashid.
Okay.
Put an experiment to your words.
I'm saying
it's a theory right now either way.
It's a theory, and on top of that, I think it's a damn good one.
It's a perfect theory.
And on top of that, I do want to add a little catch. The catch is you have to put a little time with that character.
A little bit, but
you have to be in the lab with that character a little bit.
But it definitely does benefit you.
But lab the bullshit.
Yeah.
Lab the bullshit. No, okay, clearly know what buttons are good, what buttons are plus, know your frame data. But what the fuck is the point?
It really spoke to me because I can't stress enough. It was the fucking Viper thing because I would just be so mad because I knew he couldn't do.
Well, my Viper was always better than yours.
Fuck off, dude. I knew it was like he can't.
I could do everything that you say I can.
Nah, you couldn't. Fuck off. But when it's Viper, the bullshit doesn't matter.
Well, that shit was such a nutty.
Bro, it's literally it's just that.
Ching, 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 ching,
But that
ching, ching,
doesn't
the
matter.
fucking fake seismo thing.
But it doesn't matter when it's Viper.
No, it doesn't.
It's just full forward thunder knuckle.
Both players are fucking like on the edge.
Yeah.
Both players are on the edge.
Oh man.
What the fuck am I been playing, bro? What have I been putting myself under? You know?
We're gonna touch on.
And here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing to end it. Here's the thing to end that conversation. And this all ties back to the anger as well. Here's the thing that ends it. Because my life has been so focused on I would say my life in the past couple of years has been so focused on my career in Street Fighter, it's had a heavy toll on me. My decision making, everything that I'm doing.
You've been giving a lot of fucks.
So what I need to do for Chris is to start looking into what I really want to do with my future in terms of just my life. You know, I mean, of course, I cannot play Street Fighter for the rest of my life.
So this is unrelated to the theory. No, you said to end, and you said to end it, so I thought it was going to be related.
So it is
to the mirror matching.
It is. So if I were to have a more confident, like secure position in my life and my future, et cetera, I would just give less fucks in Street Fighter. Because no matter what happens, if I lose my sponsor, if I lose the money, if I lose everything, if I'm no longer a good player or whatever, fuck it. I have what I love doing in life.
Well, that should already be right now.
Well, I just graduated, so...
No, but I mean, like, you don't think that way right now? Like, when you lose, you're like, fuck it, I have actual life?
I mean, I do, but then again, like, a lot of my focus and my, you know, what I've been doing with my life has been revolved around Street Fighter, you know? And I mean, of course, I'm very, you know, thankful for everything that is done for me, et cetera, whatever. But yeah, that's what I've been on.
Dude, it's just a pretzel right now. Look at him.
That's what I've been thinking, Elvis, Brent.
No,
and I'm sorry that it took so long.
No, fuck that.
To explain that. I hope that the listeners were able to understand.
That was awesome, dude.
A little bit.
I really think that was really good.
Yeah, man.
It was a good change of
fucking
pace.
Enlighten me there.
That was good. I think that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I wanted to have that. I want to listen to that.
Develop it.
I will for sure work on developing this.
It's always good to think out loud.
Seeing it in practice would be better.
For sure, seeing it in practice will be better. And I think that what I'm gonna do, Elvis, we have to work together on this.
Now that you said it,
I have those videos of me playing against Ceroblast. The first three matches I want to watch. I really want to dissect because I literally gave no fucks at all. And it made him. I could tell it made him so uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I could tell because he was like, "Why is fucking Chris playing this way right now?" You know what I'm saying? But it was working. It was working. Why is it working?
You mirrored his playstyle.
Yeah. And he was the one that was holding down back. You know?
The only way to take away advantage is to match it.
And I want to have I want to talk to Strider a lot more about this because he's been part of it as well. He's been talking to me about the game and how to think about the neutral. And he referred to me a lot of, look at Nemo. Look at what Nemo does. Nemo just dashes all day. I played him at fucking, what was it, Combo Breaker? CEO? CEO. Yeah. How did Nemo beat me?
Cock Entertainment.
I stopped every single one of his dashes. I literally just focused on
back.
Yeah, that's true. I stopped every single one of his dashes. Back strong fierce, back strong fierce, back. That motherfucker still kept dashing and he still kept doing shit and I got caught every time. He's just active. He was just always active, right?
Yeah.
That's the key. You just got to be active.
We're going to work on this.
Just go ham.
We're going to develop this. This is just one theory of billions possible.
This is one theory, but I know I'm onto something. I fucking know I'm onto something because facing a problem like this, facing a situation like this, it's driving me crazy. It's driving the competitive side of me crazy because I'm a competitor. Man. I want to fucking win. I don't want to lose. I want to win.
Pressure creates diamonds, bro.
Yeah.
I think this is good.
So I'm hoping to
So congrats to Fuudo
harness this
for winning the tournament.
before the end of CPT and hopefully do some damage or something like that.
Man,
I don't know. I'll for sure fucking lab it up and work on some theories
We'll
and
take
shit.
some of this to Chile and to SCR and beyond.
Yeah.
Hopefully Montreal.
It's scary though.
Yeah.
It's a scary type of way to play.
But not in a bad way. Change is good, bro.
Yeah. Change is good. Change is good. Let's see what I could come up with. Let's see what we can do. But yeah, that's my thing. Thank you guys for listening to that.
Yeah.
I think that'll no. A little more. Oh, little email, huh?
This is in my back pocket.
Oh, what you got there, Elvis?
All right. This actually, we might have actually read this already, but this is in our requests on the DM. So yeah,
Why?
Yeah, dude, the dog is like knocked out.
Does he want to get pet?
You can't. If he's letting you do it, he usually wouldn't let you. Just let him, dude. He trusts you guys to sleep in between you. He's not a very trustworthy person. Or he doesn't trust. All right, we got an email here. Not an actual email. This is a DM on Twitter, but if you guys want to get at us, at GauntletCast on Twitter. The gauntletpodcast@gmail.com is our email.
If you like Chris's theory, let us know. If you think his theory's crazy, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you think about what we just talked about.
Yeah, if it sparked an idea within you guys, we want to hear it, and
and give us your thoughts on it as well. Like I want to hear if you fucking heard that and probably thought about something.
Yeah, like you said, it reminded me of chess. It might remind you guys of like truck driving.
Chris is gonna mirror match you soon. Get ready.
Yeah,
if I do want to
make your own character.
If anybody knows any type of method or video or anything that they could link me to make quicker decisions and better decisions or something like that, let me know. Email us. Let us know.
Fucking hit us up, man. Let's start a dialogue here. We're clearly you can see our juices are flowing, except for Brent, but because he already knows this shit. Like I said,
Brent's a Nash player.
He was a step ahead.
No, it's just like
he was just a step ahead with it.
There's certain things that like my brain won't allow me to like. It doesn't want to even put effort into processing. Like certain things in Street Fighter V, like the logic you have to use for certain situations to deal with certain things, like my head doesn't want to go there. Like it doesn't even want to go there. It would rather, it's just like it would rather preserve the space and decision making for more of the good things it enjoys.
That's good.
So
I'm glad we were able to take that journey though.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. Like I watched Chris pretty much implement. I mean, he's implemented this before. He's picked. Well, I don't think in tournament. Unless it's grand finals, but he likes to Necalli mirror match people a lot. Like all the good Necalli players, he'll fucking Necalli player mirror match them. So I've seen the theory in action, but I would like to see it more in like a 2 out of 3. Just like
this is kind of like the Charlie Day, like where he's doing the thing.
Yeah.
We're at the Charlie Day.
One
point.
day.
One day. We're gonna get to Neil deGrasse version of it. All right, so this is from Samuel A. Mooney. We might have answered this before. This is a pre-Evo question, but I don't think we did. Like I said, I wasn't in charge of this before, but we're going to answer it again. He says, hey, guys, I'm a pretty new listener. I've been really enjoying it so far. I had 2 questions for you. This is a question about Evo, but it could just apply to majors. He says, first, I'm going to Evo for the first time this year and wanted to know what the culture is like for talking and taking pictures with pro players.
I think we answered this, didn't we?
Well,
okay, what's the second question?
If I see him walking about, it's okay to ask for a picture with them. I just really don't want to seem like a stalker. And for, wait for the perfect moment, it might seem creepy. I actually don't think we answered this because we didn't accept the request. Second, why is it that you almost never see the cool costumes in SF5 at tournaments? Is there some unwritten code that you can't? Would it be confusing for newcomers?
The cool costumes?
DLC costumes. Yeah. There are some great Ken costumes. Why don't you see them? Why don't you use them, Chris?
Great Ken costumes?
Dude, the Rathlos one.
I use that at Evo, actually.
That shit's godlike.
I used that once.
Thanks so much for the great content. Keep it up. This guy actually, you guys are, well, Chris for sure. It was Chris, not Brent. Chris is bad with names and people. This is the guy that thought your shoes were cool at Evo.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah, he actually... Somebody actually went up to Chris and said, hey, I didn't think...
Let me see. Was that a Twitter? Was that a tweet?
Yeah, it was a DM.
Let me see.
He said specifically...
Let me see his face.
The question?
I clicked on his profile. Yeah, that's him.
I'm
good with faces and names. And that's his...
Yeah.
That's him. I'm good with faces and names. Like I said. He definitely went up to Chris and you guys struck up a conversation. He seemed cool, dude.
Yeah, he was very cool.
Yeah. So it seems like he cracked the code of how to approach players and shit.
Yeah, he was very very cool about it. Like he
Yeah.
didn't seem weird or anything. He was like, hey man,
Very
you know, like
natural.
I listen to the Gauntlet. I'm a fan.
He was smart enough to lie to you about your shoes.
Yeah, he was, and that caught my attention immediately. But the way that you approached it, the way that he approached it was just he saw the opportunity to say hi. At that time, literally when he said hi to me, I had literally just taken 4 pictures with other people,
Yeah.
and I was around like the cheerleaders and stuff for side games.
Yeah.
He waited until I got done talking to everybody else, taking pictures and etc. Gave me a couple of seconds and then came up to me. I saw him, but he waited and then came up to me and said, hey, didn't want to bug or anything. I'm like, dude, what's up? It was like, oh, I listened to the Gauntlet, everything. I don't know why they're hitting on the shoes. I was like, dude, all right, you're the homie now, So that was
Sus.
that was very
You're going on my list of suspected individuals
Yeah.
of some foul play here.
We need to see his shoes.
Yeah.
just approach the
Did you
player
guys, like,
that you
high five with shoes on, like
nah.
get
Just-
in play.
I think this advice could go for a lot of other listeners as
Yeah,
well.
because it seems like he
And we
gets the gist, but I wanted to say just for other people out there.
we've answered this for sure before plenty of times, but it doesn't
the
hurt
way-
to say it again.
That's the way you
It's-
handle it right there.
Yeah. That's the way you handle it. You just wait for that, there's like a social, you don't just approach somebody in a like
Not when they lost, not when they are eating, not
Yeah.
when they
Not when they're talking to a girl,
yeah, if I'm talking to
any-
a girl,
anybody,
which is rare for these dudes.
unless you're purposely wingmanning it and you're like go up to the person on purpose to make them look sick.
Like,
yeah, I'm
hey,
a big
dude,
fan.
I saw your penis from across the
If
room.
you
It's
ever
so
see
huge.
one of us talking to a female, do that.
Come up to us and ask us for our autograph.
Like, hey, I
Come
heard
up
you're the
and
dude
say-
with the Magnum
Say that
condoms.
I saved your brother or something from like a fire. Whatever you need.
Bro,
He was
remember my dog that you saved from the burning house?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how's a little Buster doing?
You helped her deliver her puppies right after.
Uh,
That was so awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of that.
be cool about that. Yeah, for sure. Definitely right. Not right after the
Yeah,
person
just pick-
loses.
We would
pick your
definitely
spots, be
appreciate
cool.
that.
And then
Yeah.
there's times where you want to, and it's just not the right time. Just wait for another time, another
Yeah.
day. But as far as the CPT costumes, or not CPT costumes, but
I think
Usually at the premieres, the main setup has a setup that has all the costumes,
Mhm.
but there's certain ones they don't like on
Yeah.
certain, like the Mika fucking.
some costumes are a little too revealing.
they're not.
Me personally, I hate DLC costumes.
All of them.
The ones
I
that
hate-
the
I
ones
hate-
that have like they're like out there. They have,
I
like,
hate all DLC costumes.
a lot of
I don't like the
animation.
In tournament, I hate all DLC
In
costumes.
tournament, you want basic costumes, 1 or 2 colors, and training stage.
Not 1 or 2 colors. You can pick whatever color you want from the default.
You
Costume.
Like, you're partial to default.
That's my
Training
personal
stage.
preference.
Yeah.
That's my personal preference. I don't want to see fucking Dawson Mummy. You can't. There's no body on that motherfucker.
You don't
So
want to see Blanca with.
I don't want to see
feathers.
Blanca Chan. I don't want to see none of these
All right,
random.
well, okay, let's slow down. Let's
No,
not
I
be
don't.
stupid,
I don't.
stupid, man. That's
Because it messes with the hurt box. It messes with the hitbox of the character.
I can see that.
The visual. You know what I'm saying? Dude, Ed, have you seen Ed's new costume? He has a fucking Grim Reaper.
Is he like shirtless or something?
There's
it's like a hologram behind it.
There's a hologram
Oh,
behind him.
Dude, that shit is sick.
No,
It
why?
looks sick. No, not for like tournament shit, but
it's not
bro,
sick.
But just looking at it, like
In tournament, no.
no, not in tournament. I'm
Oh.
saying just like as like
Just
a fan,
look, yeah,
that
it's
shit
cool,
looks
but,
sick,
like,
dude.
me personally, I just-
Rashid Airman, that shit looks sick.
I just don't like him in tournament. I don't like.
yeah, I wouldn't
I didn't
either.
fucking fly thousands of miles, spent thousands of dollars to fucking play against the character that I can't even see.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the reality of it.
Logistically, though, Sam,
That's a fair point.
people, you got to just take into account that there's a lot of money that those 40 Chun costumes cost. So they can't
Fucking
have it on.
40.
Yeah, not every stream station's gonna have it, and they just want to stick to.
There's more Chun
basics.
costumes than there were characters in season 1.
Yeah.
There's more Chun costumes than there were characters in season 2.
That, I thought you
No?
were keep going.
I thought there was 20.
Maybe by now,
8.
dude. There's a lot now. They
How
just-
many Chun costumes are there? Like
I think
20
there's like
something.
18.
Oh fuck! All right,
That's-
never mind. Yeah,
that
more than
sounds-
season 1.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
18.
Something like that. Around there.
I feel like you're
18?
lowballing it. Maybe 21.
I'll be safe.
I don't know
with
why
that.
I'm saying that, but yeah,
Conservative.
whatever.
That's our email. That's our fan question of the week.
That's a question for the week. Yeah.
Ask
If you
us
guys
your
want to send it
questions,
in,
yeah. Thank you.
at GauntletCast
We appreciate it.
on Twitter.
Give us something to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. And give us your feedback.
I wanted to.
If you're on YouTube, you hit the subscribe button underneath. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Rod Serling, the creator of Twilight Zone, but we'll save that for next week.
Why? You got time.
Nah.
You don't.
It's running late. It's running late in the night. The theory fighting took a little longer than I expected, but I was on something right there.
Nah, you were.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening to the show. As mentioned earlier, our Twitter is @GauntletCast. Our email is at the Gauntlet. What is it?
The Gauntlet Podcast at gmail.com.
The Gauntlet Podcast at gmail.com. So send us your questions through email or through Twitter DM. My Twitter, my Twitch, my Instagram, everything is at Chris_Tatarian.
Are we doing the around the table?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if there's anything else that you guys want.
No, it's just because I'm used to my tag being thrown out for me, not like me saying it.
Oh,
yeah. I'm high maintenance, man. You plug me, I don't plug myself.
I think he did that because he doesn't remember your tag.
It's at British School. Yeah, that's where you'll find me on everything.
Across the board.
Across the board. PSN even. I've been playing Nash and Rank, so come find me. Come get the scythe.
Maybe you'll be taking over the Gauntlet CFN.
Yeah.
Gauntlet TV.
I'll start playing on the Gauntlet account. I'm gonna level it up a little bit, so if you run into it, I apologize in advance for all the ass that I will be in, but
culo.
It happens.
Yeah.
All the culo.
You guys had your chance beating my fucking birdie and shit. And I'm at Elvis West Coast on Twitter and all that good stuff.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Until next time.
Yeah.